Okay. We're live.
All right. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the 6 p.m. draw here at the Embasero Bonspiel, Ukraine. And we're just throwing the first zone here on our feature game, Sheet B, Team Fallon, who will be throwing yellow, Gilad, Kempernich, Melvin Shaw, Stephen Enochson, and Jimmy Fallon, against the CREKJ curling Dynamo, Matt Jurkiewicz, who just delivered that lead stone, Ryan Hooker, Ken Finkelstein, and Chris Mahoney. The Team Fallon represents the Potomac Curling Club. We're not 100% sure where the correct curling Dynamo is from.
Butts County.
Bucks County. We are 100% sure, just not here. All right, so that first stone was a nicely placed center guard about 3 or 4 feet of the house. So Melvin Shaw, who is actually skipping, is calling for Stina Enochson to throw. I think he's asking behind. So they're going with a different order than they said they were, and that's okay. All right, they're sweeping it pretty hard, trying to bring it in. Possibly just taking the corner. I think they're just full 12. Full 12 maybe biting the 8-foot. So at the moment, Team Fallon lays 1 as Matt Jurkiewicz prepares to throw his second stone. And here he comes to deliver now. Mark gets thrown in. I believe he was asked to do a takeout. Sweepers are not on it. The stone is still a little wide. It is coming in. Looks like it's got contact. Pretty good nose contact. A little bit of roll to the outside. Full 12-foot. Does take out. Red lies 1. Also on the broadcast, we have the coordinator of this wonderful spiel, Bo Duran.
Thank you,
hi,
Alan.
Bo.
Very glad to be here. Very glad so many people have come in and stepped up and volunteered and played. And in your case, Alan, that would be both.
It's what I do. So Stephen Enochson's second throw takes out that red stone. He wanted to roll behind the cover, did not quite do so. So he is exposed out the 12-foot.
On Sheet C, I have to point something out, which is that Chrissy Becker from Coastal Carolina in Wilmington, North Carolina, plays on arena ice, hasn't played since September. Her first shot on dedicated ice since I don't know when, and her first shot on any ice in about 2 months, went to the button. So good for you, Chrissy, my teammate at the Beach Spiel this summer.
I mean, personally, I think you retire after that.
Yeah, I would.
So I believe that's Ryan Hooker in the very cold shirtless outfit.
I believe so.
First stone, taking out that yellow. Yep. Rolled through across the guard, is exposed, straddling the 12-foot 8 over on the right-hand side on his camera. So Melvin is asking Jimmy Fallon to take it out.
Jimmy the nominal skip, but is throwing second.
Except that Melvin's been skipping the whole time. So it's a little confusing. It looks like he's got, wow, he has a stone, the reversed cord in the last foot to nose that. Full 12, fully exposed, and is now a target. So Ryan Hooker looking dapper in his sleeveless tank top. He asked to play takeout. So our other games on the ice this draw, on Sheet A, it'll be Team Black versus the Fall Guys. On Sheet C, it is the Indies against Dem Beets. And on D, it's Loudon Rocks against the Squirtle Squad. And we'll get you who's throwing what color and scores and stuff like that as we find that out.
Well, on A, Team Black is in yellow. That's a Potomac team. Bruce Black skipping, John Hale vice, Doug Andrews second. Mark Herrera, who is Ukrainian, is wearing a very nice traditional shirt. I did not have a chance to ask about it, but it's pretty cool.
It is pretty sharp.
Yeah. Fall Guys' Bucks/Nittany/Long Island skip is Mark Stiefenhauer, who's been here a number of times.
Marvelous. Glad they make a trip down. All right, that was a very nice takeout and roll. Yeah, 56% covered down in the 12-foot. Still exposed, so I'm yes, Ken Finkelstein's first stone is being asked to remove it. Gets the sweepers on it very quickly.
Yeah, looks a little light.
And also, I think it's inside the line. At the moment, it looks like it's going to be on the guard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But when you're throwing vice stones, peeling guards, rarely a problem. So he does that. Stone is completely exposed. The shooter did roll out. The other stone is a guard over on the right side, edge 12. Could be useful later. All right, Gilad Kempenich throwing the vice stones, being asked to, what is he being asked to do? I don't fully understand Melvin's broom. Is he just drawing to
the other side of the house?
Dry behind that cover on the side? That makes sense. Would be a good call. Split the house. He'd like it to be about as high as his other shooter behind the curve. It's going to be a little heavy for that. Probably T-weight-ish. Roughly T. Somewhat behind, but not really. So yellow does lie two. As Ken Finkelstein gets ready to throw his second. He's going after the one basically by the center line. A little bit of an odd delivery, but he got it under control before the release. Sweepers get on it quickly. Pretty much have contact, probably nose, slightly outside. Rolls in the ring, second shot. Yellow is still clearly one. And yellow has the hammer. Despite the fact that the hammer on the scoreboard shows a red, it is actually yellow.
Can't trust these teams to keep those scoreboards up to
No.
date. It's up to your game was very well done, Alan.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We tried.
Yeah. Gilad taking advantage of the fact that Sweden's colors are the same as Ukraine's.
Incredibly convenient, wasn't it?
Yeah. I almost wore a Peter Forsberg Sweden jersey.
Good work. This does not look like the hit's going to fly. No, it's through.
Bye. Yeah. Gilad, a actually Brazilian national team player.
Yes, also with experience as part of Team Israel in the past.
Yep.
So he's represented two different colors, two different countries on the international stage. He was actually on the first ever Team Israel that successfully advanced out of the European C group into the B group on their first try.
That's a good way to start.
Yes. He was then recruited by Brazil. I think it was a 6-year, $50 million contract, something like that.
Free agency.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, very big deal. Well, his father's the coach, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Not 100% sure. So the red stone from the CREKJ curling Dynamo, CREKJ, which was the first stone by skip Chris Mahomes.
Well, it turned into an in-off.
Yeah, I don't think that was the plan, but it worked. So red lies one, yellow is definitely second.
It's Chris Mahoney, I believe, not a relative of the KC quarterback.
Mahoney. I can't read my own handwriting. Stephen Enochson, in his spare time, golfs really well.
I would guess that from the pants.
Yeah. I have golfed with him in a couple of scrambles, and he carried the team. I, on the other hand, am a 52 can, or 54 is the legal maximum.
But you're having fun.
No.
Well, I mean, curling and golf, both invented by the Scottish to torment the rest of the world.
Or possibly themselves.
That's
Melvin
it.
Stah's first stone. Is it going to get the hit? Yes, it does. He rolls over. Does he stick? Does he stick?
Just enough contact to get it out.
But he's probably not second shot. The red over on the left side in the 12-foot is 2.
Yeah, I have the overhead here, and yeah, definitely. Yeah.
You and your advanced technology.
I just got the good seat.
Basic. So it looks like Chris Mahoney and Ken Finkelstein are considering if a double is a thing. Looks like they're thinking about it. This is their last stone. If they can get both of them out, it's a pretty good force. If they only take out the one that the broom is on right now, that's handling yellow at deuce. If they totally blow the shot, it's handing yellow a 3. Okay. He's not actually going for the double. It's just a straight down weight hit on the inside one. Probably has contact. Yes, has clean contact. Nice. That is a nice hit. Lays 2. Melvin's trying to figure out if he has a double. It's an awfully long one.
That's not just cross house. That's cross McMansion.
Yeah, that's crossed several national borders.
Yeah.
They're doing it, though. He's trying it. He's also okay if it doesn't get all the way to the second redstone and it just stops in the 8-foot. That would still be a 1. So if he gets the double, it's a bonus point. It's not terribly likely, but he's calling his shot so it's possible. Melvin is my skip on Monday in the leagues.
Okay.
So far, we are 0 and a lot.
I had my first league win last week. As unusually as a skip, I won it with a guard. Go
it's
figure.
A lovely feeling when you get to do that.
Right.
All right, so Melvin is apparently just throwing a safe draw. The broom could have been either shot, but the weight he threw is definitely just button draw, and he puts it on the button.
Practicing
Slightly
for the
past,
last stone
well
challenge
enough to be
if we need that.
Yeah, really. So that is a 1 for Team Fallon. Goes up 1-0. That is the only end game that has finished the first day.
Yep, I'm going to go peek on the others.
All right. Is there a way to make it so I don't hear myself in this? Yeah. Okay. Let's have to get used to it. No big deal. All right, so we're beginning the second end. Steven Enochson throwing his first. He was asked to throw a 3-guard. Looks a little stiff to me, and also to the sweepers. No, actually, no. Yeah, it's in the house. Pretty much full 12. Here's my button. Matt Jurkiewicz is getting ready to throw his first. He's being asked to chip this out, presumably leave the shooter hanging around. All right, they're kicking some stones over on D and also on A, so we should have some scores there momentarily. The hit was successful, kicks out the yellow stone. Red stone sticks in the top 12. That was that. Team Fallon executes the takeout. I'm not 100% sure if there's stones out of house or a guard, and it looks like the correct curling Dynamo feels it's a guard because he's drawn behind. Dynamo's sweeping theirs in behind, trying to get it buried, full 8, half buried. Looks like Melvin's calling for the raised take. Jimmy Fallon should have no problem throwing this. Enochson is polishing the stone a little bit. Going to improve the angle. Ooh, they clipped the guard. They didn't clip the guard, they split the guard. Again, rarely a sin to split a guard. It does leave the cowering Dynamo lying 1, and they're looking to split the house. And we did get a score over on sheet 1. The Fall Guys scored 1 to go up 1-0. Over on sheet D.
Oh, I can give you the Kathy Gauthier style rundown from the other sheets.
Marvelous.
On sheet D, Loudon Rod's Arena Club from across the river got 2. Bill Balding had hammered, didn't really have a chance to get in there for 3, but good solid 2. On sheet C, Indies, which is 3 from Potomac and 1 from Coastal Carolina. They had 3 shot rocks at one time, but they were behind the tee line. Tanya Mulvey, one-time Olympic trialist, put one in on top of them. Alex Hyla with a very nice shot to just a nose in there to get 1. Tanya came in with a draw to try to score with a hammer. Rats on the guard, so that was a steal of 1 for Indies. Sheet A, I didn't have much of a view of the last shot. We know it's just 1 for Fall Guys, the Mark Seifenhaver's team.
Exactly.
And there's your roundup.
Thank you. All right, returning action here on the feature sheet. We have the 1 yellow stone near the center line, full 8 foot from Team Fallon, and the curling Dynamo second, Ryan Hooker, is taking it out. At the moment, it looks like it's going to be pretty nosy. He doesn't really want to nose. No, actually, it's going to be good. He's got to chip it out, roll to the outside, Lion 2. Melvin Shaw's asking himself, what am I going to do about this? His plan is apparently to ask Gilad to take out the red in the 4 foot and roll over outside a little bit. Gilad slides out, releases the stone. Sweepers get on it. Hand off. A little bit of touch up, nothing major. Mostly just keep it clean. They've got the solid contact and the roll. Look exposed in the left side 8 foot. Chris Mahoney calling for the hit. Down weight. Still got to move. I don't think he's there yet. Nope, flash tests. So that opens up the situation for Melvin to ask Gilad. He wants to ship out the red. Or no, he doesn't. Just straight draw split house. He was thinking for a minute about shipping out the red, but he's just going to split the house, lay 2. Sweepers are just kind of monitoring it. It's going to be just past the center line. No, slides back in the back 8. Looks like Chris calling for a takeout. Well, not with that handle. What's he doing? What is he doing? Okay, he's taking out the outside one, trying to roll over on top of the one of the back 8 foot. I see the plan. Does he have the hit? He's got the hit, but no roll. So yellow still lies 1. Red is out there in the 8 foot. That allows Melvin to just think about a nice nose hit on that 8 foot stone. He'd be lying 2. Frankly, Melvin's perfectly happy with a force of 1 here. So
yeah, and there aren't any guards out there for the Dynamo to really generate any offense here.
Yeah, it's going to take a miss. There also isn't anything out front to get in the way of the last straw, so this is probably going to end up being a 1-point end for the curling Dynamo, barring a mistake. Which, as we all know, happened. Like that, for example. He does get the takeout, but he rolls out the edge of the 12 foot. Red lies 1. No, I'm sorry, yellow lies 1. Red has the second shot. But he's about to nose that, be lying 2, and then Melvin's going to be a situation where it's going to be hard for him to make a force, frankly. So Melvin is not happy with that shot at all.
No, it doesn't seem like it. No.
Curling Dynamo skip, Chris Mahoney in that. Sliding up. That is kind of down weight for that. Sweepers are working it hard. Are they going to hold it? It's going to roll outside a little, but not enough to be a problem. So red lies 2. Melvin thinking about just trying to freeze on the one in the back. The freeze would be a great shot if he pulls it off. Nope, that's not what he's doing. Freeze is dangerous because if you don't make it perfect.
Yeah, then you could be facing 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
simplify. Yeah, the wiser course is just to take out, force the other team to take yours out. They might stick for 2. They might roll for 1. It's a more risk-averse shot.
I know a lot of lawyers, so I know risk averse when I see it.
Sure. Melvin is not one. But Melvin does know risk mitigation, so.
Yes, he does.
And that's exactly what he's doing here. I'm concerned he's not there yet. He got the hit, he rolled out. So that just, I mean, that gives Chris Mahoney anything fully in paint is 2 points.
This is the fastest game in the second inning, by the way. You have not missed any score updates from elsewhere.
Sheet B so over this tournament has been playing fast.
Yeah, your game was zipping along.
Yeah, and then we decided to play it all the way down to the last shot.
Yeah. Well, gets all the rots back at this end.
It was completely why we did it.
Yeah.
Make life easier for the ice card.
That's right.
All right, so the hammer's on its way. Sweeper's got on it fast. I'm concerned. I don't know that he's there. Sweepers are working it hard. Here comes the Vice. Trying to fight for every inch. They need fully in. Yeah, they got it.
Yep.
All right, that's a 2. So that brings Great Curling Dynamo the Great Curling Dynamo up 2-1. Over on sheet A, we've got an end where there's like 17 stones in play, which is a neat trick because you only have 16 stones in an end. But seriously, there's 6 guards, 3 in the house. All right, first stone, N3, on the way. Mark Jurkiewicz, the CREKJ Curling Dynamo lead, attempting to put up a center guard. Did put up the guard, just barely. It's a high guard. I'm not even 100% sure that's on the screen. Okay, it is on the screen, but only barely. Steven Enochson throwing his first, being asked to provide a corner guard. And is doing so.
They have 2. All right. Oh, okay. Still didn't.
And we welcome those of you watching the game over on the YouTube. If you have any questions or any rooting interests or whatever, feel free to enter it into the chat, and we'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Steven Enochson throwing his second to the end. He's being asked to chip the one that's mostly behind that very high guard in the top 8. Still got to move some to get there. I might rush it. It did hit it. Enough to take it out? No, but it is enough Hard to say. Red might be shot, yellow might be shot. It's kind of hard to tell from this angle. Still very early in the end, so it doesn't really matter. Ryan Hooker being asked to take that stone out and probably roll behind the center line card. Stone is on its way. Looks like it's going to make contact. It's not going to roll into the center, though. It does, however, hit. And sits. Red lies 2.
A quick update for D. Squirtle Squad has come back to score 2 with a hammer against Loudon Rods. That game is 2-2.
Very nice. Sheet A has moved into third, but we do not have a second end scoring yet.
Now, Mark Steifenhofer had buried 2 shots behind a whole lot of guards. I'm not sure what Bruce Black was going to be able to do. Maybe draw and
I obviously did.
Yeah.
Red is throwing first, so they scored at least 1. All right, so here's the situation on B. We are well into second stones. Yellow has one in the full of the 8-foot in the shot. Red has one over the 12-foot, the second shot. Ryan Hooker's being asked to take out the yellow one, which is a little bit behind cover, like maybe a 20% coverage. So he's being asked to throw a down weight hit. In a perfect world, the stone would just cross the face, get the hit, sit behind the guard, do all of those things. Right now it's still outside and it's not showing signs of coming back.
No, it's not.
No, it did not.
Yeah, I have a view from a few feet to the right of Allen, and yeah, I could see that just wasn't ever going to get there.
Yeah.
Hammer's coming on C, by the way, and Indy's taken a long time to look at this.
Jimmy Fallon probably going to put guard in front of the one that's scoring. He'd like to put a second scoring stone in play. Here comes that hammer. Does it have? Makes the hit. Red one.
Was that sheet C you were talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, Alex picked out one of them. Yeah, there were 2 on the periphery. But as we always tell the people on Saturday mornings when they come out for the first time, it doesn't matter how close you are, as long as you're closer than the other person.
As long as you're within 6 feet.
That's right.
No, that wasn't the hammer.
No, I guess not.
There's still red stuff.
That's right, yeah. Red has hammer.
But if they can get there, they have a line for 2.
So that was a nice job by Alex to get one of those out.
All right. Ken Finkelstein's first, being asked to do that hit again. He's on a much better line unless he overcompensates. He passed the guard, got the hit, rolled under. Exactly what was called for the last shot. This one, it worked. Red lies 1. Melvin trying to figure out what to do about it. He would like to draw to the other side of the house. Or no, I'm sorry, he wasn't trying to the other side of the house. He's doing a lightweight hit coming from the other side. I misheard the call. His primary concern is get past that tied guard. He's past it. He comes over enough. He makes the contact. Chips out the red. Does he hang? No. Slides out of play. So yellow is still 1, well covered. Red does have one on the 12-foot. All right. You might have been able to hear that. It was on the pretty good on the in the ice mics. He's asking for Ken to draw in front of that Yellowstone. If he's a little heavy and taps it, that's okay. Stone's on its way. The sweepers are not interested yet. Now they're interested. Now they're sweeping. Sweeping it hard, trying to make sure it gets past guard. A couple inches of room, no problem there. Bringing it in. Nicely tapped, well played. In fact, that tap is better than a takeout because it puts it there as a catcher. Makes that very hard to remove that. Probably only a red won that. Yellow is still probably the second shot, but it's questionable. Gilad Kempernich being asked by Melvin Shaw to draw on top of that. Looking for the line. Sweepers aren't on it yet. It's going to have to come back. It's past the guard. Is it going to cut enough at the end? Well past the guard. It's a little heavy. It taps the red. Enough to take it out? No, but enough to make it very questionable from this angle who's got what. If I had to guess, probably red one. Yeah, maybe yellow, the red over there. I don't know. It's a good thing we've got an overhead thing, and we've got a micrometer to measure it, and all that sort of thing, because, yeah.
That's very close. At least three rocks they're going to have to measure.
Well, there's still 4 stones at the end, so the situation may change. Probably will. I believe the call is to hit the Yellowstone that the broom is by out 12-foot and roll inside a little, thereby making that shot, making all of this speculation irrelevant. Chris Mahoney's first on its way. He's on a good line for it right now. He's got the contact, but it's going to be nose. Yep, just a nice straight nose replace. That's unquestionably shot right now because it's going to bite at the 8-foot. Question as to whether it's 2 red or 3 red. Yeah, red is definitely shot. Red is probably 2. Red might be 3. I would say it's likely red is 3.
All right, I've been attempting to, been dealing with many things right now, being coordinator as well. I can tell you on sheet C, Tanya Mulvey must have made a draw for 2, and so then Beets has come out 2. Beets, of course, a primary ingredient in some Ukrainian cuisine we will be having more of this weekend.
Borscht. We have a little borscht, Bill.
We will have borscht at some point. Tomorrow lunch or dinner? Not sure which.
Okay. And cake.
And cake.
That's already cake.
And we will be serving soft pretzels with the borscht, which is an outstanding combination.
I have never tried that. I look forward to the opportunity.
Right.
All right, Melvin looking to take out the yellow that is currently shot. Roll behind the cover. It's about all he can do salvage situation right now. He's got the hit. Is he going to get the roll? Not really. Actually, not at all.
Nice shot.
Yellow is shot. Red is probably 2 and 3, and he's given red an opportunity to hit that one that was just delivered, roll over on top of the other yellow one. Now he's lying 1, 2, 3, and Melvin's got nothing but a 4 straw for 1.
We're going to have to turn the war room cam up so we can see your hand gestures to emphasize that point.
So Rochester actually has one of those Illustrator things on their webcast. We need to get Ken on that.
All right, yeah, that's the next thing for Ken to do.
So here comes Chris Mahoney again, attempting to, the perfect shot is the hit, roll in, lie shot, lie 3. Stone is on the way. Here come the sweepers. Is he gonna get there? Is he too far inside? He got the hit. Is gonna roll a lot. Rolled clear out of play, in fact. So red probably 2. Does Melvin have any way to make 2 out of this? Be a hell of a double.
Yeah.
There's also the possibility that our cameras are a little fisheye. We can't guarantee that we're right, but I don't think.
Yeah, I think just from this angle, red may be shot.
So Melvin's thinking about the hit, which means he thinks there's a chance for 2. Because if he was just drawing for 1, he'd draw. So it appears that Melvin's planning on hitting that sticking. That would be definitely 1, and I think he's thinking about his chances in measurement for a second. Or he just trusts his hip more than his draw right now. It's also an option, possibility. Sweepers were on it for a second, then called off. Is he past that top guard? He is. He's got the hit. He's going to jam on himself. 1 yellow. I'm pretty sure. And they're kicking stones, so that would be 1 yellow. Ties us up at 2.
Owen game here.
Looks like he's calling for a center guard.
Yes, definitely. I mean, that's standard playbook.
Yep.
And it looks like it's a pretty good, it's a little high maybe, but it's bisecting the center line. It's a perfectly acceptable center guard. And I'm sorry, Janine, I forgot to give you credit at the top of the broadcast. Thank you for running the board. Janine is running all of our camera work for this draw. And also, as you can hear, her voice on commentary every now and then. She's also going to be around next draw if I'm reading the schedule right. She's around most of the weekend if I'm reading the schedule right. We're not paying you enough.
I do it for the glory.
Mark Jankovic putting up the stereotypical corner guard and is thus far developing like a by the book end. They very rarely stay that way, but the first couple shots are going just according to, it's kind of like, you know, standard opening book in chess.
Yep.
Throw a center guard, throw a corner guard, throw behind your center guard, and then the fun begins. Stephen Enochson trying to draw behind. He's a little light. It's a little cut. Is he past his guard? Yes, he is. They're scrubbing it in.
Nice.
Well executed, yes.
Very nice.
Yes, very nice. Top 8, perfectly behind the guard. Could have maybe been an inch better, but that's being fussy. All right. Mark Jurkiewicz throwing his second. Asking to be drawn behind his. The light on it. I think he's got overlapping corner guards, which is still a powerful corner guard.
All right, I have an update from A.
What happened on A?
Bruce Black had one in the rings. It was shot kind of on the outside. Mark Steiffenhofer went to take it out and flashed through. Bruce came through with a draw that turned into a raise / draw, but both of them stuck in for 2 for Bruce Black. That's yellow.
That ties that
Team
up.
Black tied up at 2. On
Very
sheet
nice.
D, I thought Loudon put a good shot, but it was actually a steal of 5. So I guess the rest of the end was not so good.
It happens.
It happens. So steal of 5 for Squirtle Squad. So they are up 7-2.
So now that's a squad from Potomac, Chris Shelley and team. They're a pretty strong team. So I'm not terribly surprised that they had a 5 in their pocket.
They're playing Loudon, which had a strong start with 2 in the first end. Again, arena neighbors of ours. Dan Ison, one of their members, does play here a fair amount.
Third redstone to the end on its way. They're being asked to perform some cleanup in the front. Chips off 1, lightly promotes 1 in. Shooter rolls, 1 rolls. All right, what we have is 2 yellows, a center guard and a full 8-foot, and 2 reds, a corner guard and a 12/8-foot.
I was looking at what they have on their board. Excuse me. I was looking at what they had on their board. They have
Chris Mahoney probably likes what he sees
oh,
at the
okay.
moment.
I'm sorry. They're
Melvin is trying to deal with the reds out on the corner. He's asking Jimmy Fallon to get around the guard, peel the one in the back, and he's got it. Is the shooter going to stick? The shooter sticks.
Right. They seem pretty pleased with that.
Yes, that was pretty much exactly what was called for.
I think Gilad wants something to drink. So someone he just gestured to, so obviously you want to go get him something to drink, right?
I assume that's what that means. I guess I don't know. All right, Chris Mahoney's kids, okay. He's trying to get the yellow just touching the top 4-foot or just the full 8-foot behind the guard. He's not going to mind if he chips the guard by mistake. Not a big deal. And this is the immaculate dressed Dwyer. How is he not cold? I wear 3 layers out there and shiver. And this is gonna chip guard. Moves the guards around and exposes both yellows in the house. That's actually probably about what he was really realistically expecting to hope for. He doesn't look like he's happy, but all right, Gilad being asked to put a guard in front of the center line, I believe. Melvin probably won't mind if it touches to score a little. Stone's coming in, just crosses the hog. He wants it on the center. It's gonna be close. little over curl, but not enough to be, well, exposed about a half. And it is the half exposed that could be used as a double. Chris is not looking at that, though. He's just interested in taking that out, rolling behind the red, guarding the left hand at the 8-foot. So that's what he's asking Ken Finkelstein to do. Stone's not coming in yet. It's not coming in yet. Okay, here it comes. Got the first part. Played a little inadvertent pinball. Got the... I'm not sure if red's shot or yellow's shot. Melvin's looking to put one in the 4-foot. Okay, Melvin's holding up one finger like he thinks it's shot. What do you think, Bo?
I am not going to argue with Melvin.
Fair. He's a lot closer than we are.
And bigger.
I don't know if that's true. Gilad, Stone is on the way. He's basically being asked to put one on the button, more or less. Sweepers are working it hard. I need to give Steven grief about his sweeping style later. They get up off of it. Chip the guard. And so now they have overlapping center guards, which is useful if that yellow is shot, which is by no means guaranteed.
Sheet C has another complex shot. They all have been. That's why this game is going fairly slowly. Alex
Is it the
Hyla
hammer?
from Potomac.
Is it his hammer?
This is his hammer.
All right. Ken Finkelstein's second on the way. He's being asked to clean up that overlapping guard up top. He does so, spills them both. Now he does leave his, but the red in the 4-foot is exposed now darn near fully. Melvin coming down to get ready to deliver. Steven hasn't put a broom down. Not Steven. Gilad hasn't put a broom down. Okay, there's the broom. He's hitting the red and rolling into the line, basically. Melvin Stone is on the way. Feels to me as though he's a little wide on the delivery. Steven's trying to push a little bit with his carving broom. Not there yet. Made the contact, but it's a light contact, spills out. So Team Fallon lies one. The correct curling Dynamo has hammer in descent, however. Mahoney trying to figure out if there's a way to make two out of this. Mahoney getting settled into the hack. First of his two stones, his fourth end. He has the hammer. is being asked to take out that yellow. I'm concerned this is going to wreck. No, maybe
I
not.
think it's
Never
passed.
mind. Yeah, it's passed. It's got the hit. Is it going to roll behind the cover? Not really. So red one, but completely exposed. Melvin can hit that. His decision is really only where's he going to go with it.
Looks like he's going to hit and roll behind.
I'm experiencing some frustration with a game I'm trying to Chromecast to our TV behind me, involving the great Anna Hasselberg.
All right. Gilad has the broom down. Melvin's in the heck. Melvin's sliding out. Stone is on its way. Put the sweepers on it immediately, and then they got off of it. It's usually a good sign. I think he's going to get some out there. Roll. He's got the hit and rolls behind the cover. Nicely done.
Nice.
So Melvin Shaw puts one straddling the 8-foot, 12-foot, but it's behind some good cover. So now with the, this is the hammer, right? Yes. No? Is this the hammer or is this not the hammer? 8. This is the hammer. Okay. So Chris basically just has to draw to full 8-foot to go take his one. Stone's on the way. Sweeper's got on it quick. Feels light. That's why they're scrubbing out. Oh, they're another off. Line's fine. It's just a question of weight. Clear the guard. It's in the slot. So the question is it gonna stop in the 8-foot? And covers the button. So that's a 1.
Nice shot.
Brings the CREKJ curling Dynamo ahead 3-2 after 4.
They're kicking rods away on D. We'll get a score update from there. It was, that end was not looking good for Loudon. Did you see it? No. Okay. Oh, on sheet C, steal 1 for dem Beets. Alex faced a difficult house trying to squeeze this rock in there.
And we are joined by cook extraordinaire James Bellefontaine. Welcome to the commentary.
Everybody. So what have I missed so far?
Your wife had a Nate Ender.
Well,
No, I'm kidding.
again this week?
Yeah.
Again.
It's our 3rd or 4th once a year, isn't it?
It gets old.
That's right.
So to this point, we are at 3-2 in favor of the CREKJ curling Dynamo.
Sheet A is where we have all the interesting congestion. Well, actually, Sheet C has been the most interesting game for the most part. Indy's having a good matchup there with dem Beets, holding their own. Alex Hyla, some very nice shots.
We have an awful lot of center guards over there.
We do, and Bruce Black is about to deliver his last rock.
That's not Bruce.
That is not Bruce.
Oh,
That's Bruce.
somebody was fixing a hack for Bruce. Okay.
Okay.
So meanwhile, over in our feature game, the first three stones now are all guards. So Melvin asks Stephen Enochson to draw behind a couple of them.
Sheet A, they're working really hard on Bruce White's shot here.
I don't think it's got the house.
With that sweep?
I don't think so either.
Okay, it's got a, but not enough to matter.
Oh.
I guess
a
they're
red
happy
before.
with it as a guard.
I
mean,
yeah, I could
they
see that.
might be shot.
They're not shot. Red
No.
is shot. I'm 99% sure red.
Yeah.
On sheet A.
Well, that guard puts the force on.
Probably.
Steifenheimer can.
Red can try to outdraw for a second, or they could try to promote. Draw would be easier, but I don't know these. I don't know these curlers, so I don't know what their capabilities are. Ryan Hooker leaves his stone a little wide, but actually for the shot that was good.
Ooh, caught it around the guard?
Yep,
heavy
clearly,
enough.
but it does not have the weight to get to the shot stone. All it really does is puts another guard in the way.
Yeah,
It's
and if
not
that
great.
stone wasn't perfectly buried before, it is now.
Yeah. That is at least as 2 stone play to remove it. Melvin, what's Melvin doing? Melvin just peeling up. No. Oh, trying to split the house. Okay. He's trying to get behind that wide 12-foot corner guard. He might get there.
On
Pretty
sheet
well,
A, I
all
think
told.
Mark Steifenheimer was going for the raise rather than the draw. Didn't get it, hit it too far to the left, and probably not enough on it anyway. So we believe that's one for
Red.
Steifenheimer for red.
Yeah, virtually certain.
Yeah.
So the other thing you've been missing so far, James, is how is he not cold?
Is he sweeping 2 rocks out of 4?
I mean, you have to be sweeping a lot to keep body temperature.
That's what I would wear on the ice this time of year.
All right, we have a score update from D. That was 3 more for Squirtle Squad in the 4th. So they now lead 10-2.
Oh, and Ryan Hooker's shot flashed clean through the house. Did not get out to the hit. So Melvin lies 2.
And
he's looking to put another in.
okay.
He's happy with the line. They're putting a little bit scrub in. Get the distance right. I think that
Get
might
up on
be a
that to
little
freeze.
deeper.
Oh,
hard
nice sweep.
freeze. Nice freeze. What's he getting behind?
Splitting out the guard.
Apparently. Not sure that's going to be helpful, but. He was way wide.
Yeah.
And he's still way wide. And the problem with wide and heavy is not a good combo.
Not going to move enough. Oh, touched it
A
and
little
buried it
touch,
a little further.
but well, now that light brush scrubbed enough speed off stone. Red is second,
Yeah, outcounted
but
two
red is
yellow.
also completely exposed.
Yeah.
So all that really does is gives Melvin an opportunity to have Gilad pop that out and roll behind the line, and now it's yellow 4.
Yep. And he could go either way on that roll.
Yeah, it's a lot more room if he rolls in center, though, which is what it looks like he's calling. So that's the intended shot. He'll take it if it goes the other way. A nose would suck.
That's the only miss, really, other than, I guess, a miss. Yeah, that's going to...
That's definitely not missing. It is, however, nose. So remember how we said a minute ago that a nose would suck? Yeah. Because now that gives Chris the option to hit that. He rolls over like he's brooming right now.
Yep.
And he'd be sitting 2. Well, he'd be sitting second shot.
He'll count those 2 stones on the 12-foot.
Yeah. He asked for an awful lot of room, although very lightweight.
Yeah.
hit. Almost like they were playing a draw, which would be nice.
As long as it doesn't crash, it's got to move a little bit. There it comes.
Pop, pop, fizz, fizz. So what a relief it is. Red lies second shot. Okay. I think there's enough room. Melvin can try to roll to a freeze over it or roll in front of it or go there. Melvin's got a bunch of options, basically.
Yeah.
And Melvin has the hammer, so that's 2 good things to go right together. Gilad
And he doesn't have to push it back very far, so...
I don't think he's even wanting to push it back.
Oh,
he wants to
he's
sit
just
on
coming
top
up.
of it. Leave it there as a catcher, basically.
Yeah.
And then if he wants to with his hammer, he could try to push it back that foot so that activate the other 2 yellows. They're trying hard to keep that up. I don't think he's there.
No, it's crashing.
He's on a guard,
Yeah.
and he's got to put enough impetus in to add another guard to the center coverage. So that stone on the top of the button will be shot at the end of this end.
I have a feeling this may be a force.
Well, Melvin has hammer. Melvin Yellow has hammer.
So much.
All right, appears Chris is considering Happy Fun Raise games. Possibly. Is that Happy Fun Raise game or is that Happy Fun Outdraw game? With that move. It appears to me that he's calling a draw on top of the yellow on the top of the button, which is an interesting 2-stone play, and both shots would have to be perfect, but it's probably the only way he gets it out of there. I feel like the raise might be there, but the guard makes it tricky. He's betting on himself. That feels light. It feels light.
He might come in just outside.
He's trying
that
to.
shot stone.
So he was trying to draw on top of Melvin's stone on the button.
He's light.
He's light. He's in the guard pile.
Yeah.
Putting yet another guard in the guard pile.
And nothing he can use to raise.
No, not at all. And in fact, it makes it harder to get to those one raise candidate. Because I feel like before that stone, the closest red guard was a promote candidate.
Yep.
Now
You're a little dicier on crashing.
yeah. Now it's tricky. Melvin and Gilad having a committee meeting while they try to figure out if they can make 2 out of this.
No, I think that red stone they drew in back, or hit in back, is saving them right now. Because this could be a very big end.
I mean, if Melvin could deal with that, it's a 5.
Yeah.
Which would blow this game wide open. But dealing with that is tricky.
Is a slightly firm, like hack weight, just to chip it and let his 2 yellow on the inside of the 12-foot a shot? Like it's tight if it's there.
I think hack is too much for the job.
Yeah.
I feel like you could throw a backline.
Backline would do it.
Plus?
Yeah. But it would probably send it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
It's a tough call. It's not an easy shot regardless. That broom, and he just called more. It's definitely a draw broom. He's either trying to draw on top of it, or maybe he is playing the tap like you're thinking.
I mean, draw on top is his chance for 2.
Yeah, draw on top but draw on top for 2 is conceding. All I'm getting is 2.
Yeah.
Well, he's got hammered, maybe 3. Yeah.
If he comes in a little light, he sets himself up for the hit. For the run back, I guess.
That's very light. I mean, this ice is gliding nicely, so maybe it's not as nice as I think. Stones just crossing the hog. Plenty of room past the
Just
guards. It's heavy.
Oh,
sliding
that's
through.
digging in. No.
Where
We
I
have a
thought it was
measurement
light,
on
I am
C.
wrong. A measure on C.
Measure on C. That was
All right.
one where.
My inner official will see how she does on this.
Okay.
What are the parameters that she should be following here?
All right. So technically, you
Put it down.
put it down to get it cold. Yep. And the instructor can do that now.
As it looks like 7 people are reminding her.
Yeah, exactly. So technically, she shouldn't be listening to anybody other than the other vice. There should not be 4 people there right now. All right. So
The 2 vices are in the.
you
Yep.
don't put that in first. You set the back end down first. Oh, well. She's okay in terms of putting it in that angle, sliding it out. She's
It was a very nice shot by Alex Hyla, by the way, to force this measurement.
right.
Alex's yellow stone
So
for
you bring
Indies.
that out. Okay. She's doing that right. The other thing that they get on our case about an official school is once you've set it, you only go one smooth movement past the first stone. None of this back and forth stuff.
Huh.
Is it true that you are supposed to go clockwise at all times?
I'm not going to say all times because there are always exceptions, but yes. Theoretically, you should make one clockwise sweep and catch everything. And it looks to me like yellow deflected a lot more. Yeah.
So I've switched to the sheet C view, and it looks like red.
I think it was yellow.
I think it was
it
yellow.
Okay, thanks.
All right. So while we were going through that, what happened? Red put up an interestingly placed shot in the 12-foot. Could be used as a raise candidate
Yeah.
to take that yellow out. What else could Melvin is? Well, Melvin's throwing his hammer.
Melvin's
Never mind.
hammer.
So Melvin's trying for an approach.
So Melvin
to 2.
would double that out.
That's dangerous.
He's risking his shot rock.
Yeah.
Apparently that was one red, because red's about to shoot first.
Okay.
Yay.
They kicked the yellow stone towards the middle, but
Yeah.
that must
They
not
fooled us.
That's the one thing that I'm always curious about in the warm room. Which one won? And on sheet C, I am unapologetically cheering Team Mulvey because my wife is playing with it.
I mean, fair. All right, so it appears Melvin's trying to draw to a second, which he needs. No, he's not. Never mind, that's a hit.
That's, yeah.
Double takeout for 5.
Not the way
Clean
that's
miss
drifting.
for
But he can
1.
roll in,
Oh, that's true. Good point.
but
How
a little
much?
much energy. Oh, no.
Get the measurement stick out.
That's too yellow.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Should be 2 yellow.
You're probably right.
They're kicking
and
away.
there's
They
skip a
agree.
crease.
Yep.
Yeah.
2 yellow. Okay.
Vice.
I did not see that shot. Very creative. Well done, Melvin. Puts up 2, 4-3. after 5.
I will go out and try to get us a score update from D, and then try to actually see the last routes on A.
Good luck. I believe we just traded for an FL. That's a win.
Hey everybody, it's Jen.
That's Jen.
Hi, Jen.
Hi, Jen.
Thanks, guys.
That is an upgrade. How are you today?
I'm doing good. I'm glad the weekend's here. It was rough. I had to work a whole 5 days this week.
Ugh.
I know.
Who wants to do that?
All right, we have the first, it looks like the first rock on sheet B. Jimmy is sweeping there. Not sure who all was on their team.
That's a nice little center guard, it looks like.
Yep. Center guard.
And Matt Jurkiewicz from the CREKJ curling Dynamo being asked to supply a corner guard.
Like a little bit of sweeping going on, not a whole lot.
Just a kind of a fine-tune kind of.
That is a corner guard.
Yep. Looks like Melvin is asking Steven to drop behind on center. Stereotypical play. It's in the slot.
Oh, nicely done. Right
Maybe a
between the two
little.
guards.
No, it's not even heavy. That's fine.
Oh, right
Didn't
on the
quite,
button.
not quite fully buried, but not bad.
I'm just really impressed how they threaded that needle, man.
That was a well thrown stone. That entire team knows what they're doing.
I'm still learning. That's one of those shots that I'm still working on.
That's tricky. It's one of the harder shots to learn at the ice. Delicate weight, trust the line.
Exactly.
I've been curling for 12 years. I don't do it well yet. And we're kind of shooting the same gap, but with the other turn. Also through the hole, yes.
Wow.
And it's going to bury
A little
slightly.
bit of deja vu there.
So, yeah, really. All over again.
Looks like they're calling for the freeze. Protect that yellow shot rock.
That's good. Yeah, I mean, when you have the good solid center guard piling weight in the middle.
That was Jimmy Fallon throwing that rock.
Jimmy throwing his first of the end. Steven and Gilad sweeping it a little bit. It's in the gap. How's the weight?
Oh, it looks like it's still going.
A little tap, but not a problematic. Well, it looks like it's kind of exposed on the outside. Chris could ask Ryan Hooker to try to take them both. And even if he comes in a little tight and pulls off that center guard, that's fine. In fact, actually, he's looking to just peel that center guard. Yeah.
Peeling the center. going on there, holding that line.
Did it bring it through the hole? It
Oh.
does.
That was really nicely done.
Yeah,
They missed hitting their red
just
box there
barely
in the
got away with
house.
it.
Yep.
I think Chris realizes he only just barely got away with it. 'Cause he almost directed on his own red, which would have been a problem. Pretty sure Melvin's just asking Jimmy to put it back.
It's like they're just escorting the rock down right now.
It's a little heavy, I think.
Update from A, very interesting end to the fifth end. March Seifenhammer came up a little bit short on a draw and left 2 yellows sitting there. There wasn't much of a pass for Bruce Black to score 3, but he made a go of it, tried an in off, and the angle was just maybe about 10 degrees off. So sailed through, didn't get 3, but got 2, and it was a very good effort to get that 3.
So it's 4-3 over there?
4-3 over there, 2 for Team Black in the fifth end.
Ryan Hooker with his second stone being asked to get in to do some damage to those 2 yellows on the button. And is he there? Yes, he does. Moves things. Takes out one, slides another over. That yellow shot is still on the 4-foot, so he's still shot, is still behind cover. Melvin has 2 reds out 12-foot to deal with.
So I think I have something wrong.
Looks like he's thinking about dealing with it.
Is this one? Something's not right here.
Yeah, the second.
Gilad's first stone on its way. Sweepers are off.
Oh, that's definitely got some weight coming down.
It's got definitely weight. Question is it? Pop to the top. Didn't catch the back one on the way out. That's okay. It rolls into a position to be the second shot. That red remains as a catcher in the back. That's going to be useful later. Pretty sure Chris is going to play some cleanup up front. Yep. Chris asking his vice, Ken Finkelstein, to clear some guards. After all the work that they went through to put him there. It's a silly game anyhow. Sweepers on it hard, like they don't quite like the line. Mystery bonus.
Yep.
Accidentally raised. Wasn't the call, but he'll take the result.
Yep, they got that shot rock out of there.
Melvin still lies 1, and he's asking Gilad to put another one behind the guards. So unfortunately, although that was cool, doesn't help because Melvin can just put the other shot back, and now you're right back where you were. So doesn't really. I mean, it makes it so Melvin has to get Gilad to execute, and a mistake could happen. But
Furious sweeping going on here.
is he in the gap? Is he in the gap? Is he going to parry?
Jimmy is trying to pull it as far into the house as he can.
See, if Jimmy was wearing his mesh tank top, he would have swept that to make it fully buried.
That's
You think that's the
probably
problem? He's
I
wearing
think
too much
so.
clothes?
Too much clothing, too restrictive.
We'll let him know that after the game.
Okay.
So that stone is way more exposed, which is why Ken's going after it. And it looks to me at the moment like he's going to hit it. What's going to happen with a roll? It's going to hit. It's going to roll over. Tap the second one. Nice. That
well done.
Very
puts
well done.
red 1. Yellow is probably not the shot, although
Yeah, it looks
Gilad
like
and
from our
Melvin
angle,
having
that
some
red
discussion.
one is shot.
Yeah, that red one's definitely shot. The yellow's 2. Gilad and Melvin have a plan to tap that red a little bit at least, I think.
So it looks like on sheet C, we're just starting to skip rocks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sheet
they're
C, Indy's is line 2 right now, but, well, one's exposed. Shot rock is kind of buried, but Tanya Mulvey has a lot of paths in there.
All right, Melvin's first stone on the way. Looks like he's just calling for a split house draw. Is he in the slot? He's in the slot, but it's not. I don't know.
Yeah, they put the yellow
Very nice.
rock right back
Again,
where it was before.
Jimmy, if you had the mesh tank top,
I think we should let Jimmy wear whatever he wants, Bo. It definitely is exposed, so it looks like.
Yeah, it's totally open.
Try
So
to take that
Chris
out again.
is trying to figure out if he can do anything useful after his hit. It's
they're kicking routes away on D. That was 3 more for red. Squirtle squad. So
Loudon Rocks started well, and then it kind of went downhill.
yeah, so Squirtle squad now up. They're practicing at this point, giving Loudon a little more experience on
Yeah.
dedicated ice.
All right, Chris Mahoney with his first skip stone, as he has hammered this in. He's trying to take out Melvin's stone on the center line. He'd like to roll to a useful position over by the other 2 reds. I am not sure he's past the top guard. He is not past the top guard. He's going to promote the top guard into the house.
Yeah, they're going to hit that yellow guard. It's fighting, but there are
Not sure
other
you
But
saw,
rocks.
it's
but-
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not terribly
Gilad
relevant.
hopped out very quickly, seeing if he wanted to sweep that yellow rock a little bit more, but it went off to an angle, so it's
Yeah.
not really going to affect the action in the house.
You can sometimes, if you sweep it just right, get something to kind of reverse curve and come back in a little. But you got to be right on it. You got to do it just right. What are we doing? Are we drawing for a second, or are we trying to deal with that red? Feels like a draw line. Can't tell what handle Melvin's got. Yeah, it's a draw line. Melvin just basically trying to draw at a second scoring stone. They're looking to get past behind a guard. Or even a guard. Just put up a
wow.
center line guard. Okay.
It's got legs.
Not sure if that was an audible because the stone was light? Or no, Melvin doesn't have hammer. So, yeah, it was a guard. Yeah, okay.
You were mentioning reverse curve a little bit. We just saw that on sheet C. Not at all what they intended. In fact, it helped out Hyla's shot for Indies a little bit. He might be line 2 right now. That might have been a very consequential couple of inches coming back in toward the center of the house.
It happens.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so we're down to hammer on our feature sheet.
This is the hammer. Looks like Chris Mahoney has a good chance at 2 if he can get contact with that stone on the button and move it about 5 feet. Stone's on the way. Sweepers get right on it. I don't know that he's past the guard. I can't see. I'm blocked. He's not past the guard.
They touched the
Yellow 1.
guard.
So
one
Team
yellow.
Fallon steals 1 to go up 5-3.
That's the end of the 6th set.
Yep, getting down to it.
And then we also have hammer. Oh no, not yet. We got one more on sheet C.
Yeah, our game on B is going a lot faster than all the other ones. All right, we begin the 7th end. Team Fallon up over the CREKJ curling Dynamo. 5-3. Stephen Enochson being asked for a center guard.
Now we have hammer getting ready to come down on sheet C. It's going to be counting a shot rock.
Okay.
So that's 1 yellow.
Update from C. Outside was very happy with that. Tanya Mulvey had a draw to sneak in there and get shot rock. Bumped into her own rock and didn't knock that rock far enough to get shot out of that. So that left Alex Hyla line 2 and drew through a port for 3. So that game is tied up 4-4.
After 5 and at the pace they're going, they'll probably only get throw 7 in.
Yeah.
These games do have a hard limit. You're not allowed to start a new end after 7:50 p.m. 50.
Correct.
Which is 18 minutes from now. So these guys are just starting 6. They probably get into the 7th, but not by much.
First rock on sheet C was hog, so that rock is coming out of play.
Next stone from Mark Jurkiewicz. Asked to just do a straight takeout, and that's pretty much what he's doing.
Out on sheet B. curling Dynamo is asking for that guard to be removed from just at the top of the house there.
It's an interesting choice down 2. Usually if you're down, you kind of want to have guards. You need to try to... Guards are how you score multiple. That just turned into a nose replace of the guard with zone, which actually might be better for him than repeal, frankly.
That's a red rock they can do something with later.
Exactly. And Jimmy Fallon being asked to draw behind it. And it pops the other card. Interesting. The game is
It's
afoot.
in the house, but he did not get it behind that guard, so it is totally exposed.
All right, so he's asking Ryan Hooker to put one in the top 12 in front of his red that's currently scoring. Probably like to bury a corner of it behind the yellow guard. He's not too picky about that. They're sweeping it hard for line primarily. It's okay, yeah, well clear of the guard. It's going to tap the road. That's a problem. Those are doubleable. Yep, and Melvin's calling for the slash. Melvin asking Gilad to throw at that yellow guard up top, slash it into the 2 reds. Everything will go if it's perfectly executed.
Definitely an exciting shot.
He's got the initial contact and takes out everything. And the
That
shooter
yellow's
sticks.
sticking around at the corner.
Or does it? Yes, it did. So that takes all the reds out, shoots one. It's the kind of thing you can do when you have an international caliber player on your team.
That was a really impressive shot.
A very quick update from A before I take care of a computer that's about to run out of battery. Mark Stiefenhofer with a really impressive in-off to live 1. Black couldn't get to it. Stiefenhofer could not add to the total. That was going to be 1 red.
Ties that up at 4.
Ties it up at 4.
Nicely done. These are really tight.
Melvin just drawing behind. And doing so quite well. It's exposed on the right, about 80% probably. Looking to play a little tap-tap. Ken Finkelstein, second stone, being asked to just kind of tap that a little. got to it. It is a tap. It is about enough of a tap, I think.
You got a little tap, but that yellow is still shot.
And the red is totally exposed. Melvin can certainly take it out. Roll in line. And I mean, Melvin having a 2-point lead, he's removing stones. That's all he wants. He's okay with the other team's forces a 1. He's okay with a blank. He's okay with the steal. He just doesn't want them to get 2. Right now, that's looking like he's
Over on sheet C, we've got a lot of guards in.
That is a lot of guards.
Reminds me of the Beltway on a Friday night.
Not quite enough congestion. Needs a couple more in there.
Looks like Melvin has he hit his own rock.
Turns out his does not fully spill that red.
So he managed to move the red to the back of the 12, but it is still in play.
Is someone in the chat really asking who's in the IKEA uniform? Is that a reference to Gilad wearing the blue and yellow of Sweden?
If I were going to guess, I would say that's probably
IKEA.
what they mean.
That must be a friend of Gilad's. We're up to 11 viewers now. So,
Hi, everybody.
and apparently one of them is a spammer scammer. Either that or there really are free vert girls chat in U City. Okay.
I mean, I know that I always look for free for you girl chats in my city.
Well, if you are joining us, go ahead and let us know where you're from and who you're cheering for, and we'll try to make sure that we give you updates on the teams you're following.
The number of viewers just plummeted after that person posted, so it's a little depressing. Oh, and now it's back up.
Yay!
Let's go. Team IKEA says. Joe Rockenbot says, I'm from U City. Wait, no, Silver Spring.
All right, Chris Mahoney got to take out, roll behind, sort of behind the cover. Rolled a little too far, a little exposed on the left. So Melvin's probably got a pretty easy, slightly heavy, dry, tappy kind of thing to pop that out, sit there a live 1. He'd like to roll underneath his guard if he can to make it harder to remove. But frankly, even if red were to get 2, Melvin's like, it's the 8th end. I've got hammer, it's tied, I'm good. So really his primary concern is just getting the takeout.
Have to mention a beautiful shot by Alison Kemp for Team Mulvey on C. A little bit of a hit and roll, partially buried. Line 1. So Indies will take a good long look at this. That's a game that I can tell you right now is not going to go 8 ends. I'm not even sure they'll finish 7.
So Melvin, that was an interesting idea, and it pulled it off. He did a hard freeze on the red. So you can't get rid of that. That's the beauty of a hard freeze. You cannot get rid of it in 1 stone. At least not without losing that red, and the way the angles are, he might also lose that other red on the way out at the back.
Yeah, this is their last stone.
Yeah.
This is hammer.
That was a brilliant shot by Melvin. I'm going to assume he did it on purpose. freezes like that are very dangerous because if you left it even as much as an inch short, yellow could have, or red could have swatted his stone out of there and played 3, which would have changed the dimension of the game significantly.
Yep.
But executed the perfect freeze, and now really all Chris Mahoney has is a counter freeze or just hit it and sit for 1, unfortunately. And he's playing the draw. Sweepers are working it hard.
Oh,
He's got to get a chunk up button to score. I feel like the hit might have been smarter, but oh well, as he passed the guard, he's not. He takes the guard. That's not going to get there. Melvin steals 1 for Team Fallon. That's what a beautifully executed freeze will do for you.
Yeah, and over on sheet C, we just had a rock flash through.
Yeah, Alex Hyla trying to, with his first shot, trying to take out that one that Alison Kemp just put there and didn't quite get there. There's an interesting situation brewing on sheet A where they are tied at 4. We're 5 minutes away from where the 7th end has to be done
And
if
they have
want
6
to play an
stones to
8.
play.
They have 6 stones to play. And being the coordinator, I feel like I need to go out there and make sure they are aware of that fact.
That's fair.
Yep.
Meanwhile, in our feature game on B, Melvin's team is up 3 without. That's a pretty strong place to be in the 8th end. Ordinarily, you'd throw through or at least in the house. Instead, they end up with a center guard. That was not what he had in mind. Guard? Come on!
Over on sheet C, it looks like Tanya just threw a guard to plug up that hole.
Sure, so it looks like she's lying 1, maybe 2. And
Yeah, it's hard from this angle to
they're
tell.
going, this might be their last end too. We are in kind of a tough time. And they will have played 6 ends, 2 hours. That's not a great pace.
Well, I think they're down to hammer on sheet C, so if they hurry up and get that rock off.
They have 2 to play though. Yellow has 1 and red one has. If they spend too much longer talking about it.
Yeah. They're going to run out of time.
Yeah. And Bo, as the coordinator, is out there on top of it because that's his job. He's doing a good job.
Oh, yeah, I missed that red rock down there.
Yeah.
There's 2 rocks left to play.
Red has hammer, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Melvin had Steven do a tap up. It's not the standard up by 3 in the 8th playbook, but okay.
I'll keep my eye here on sheet C, so they have the last yellow rock coming down. They're trying to take a wide approach to that shot.
All right, I've done my sideline reporting. Sheet A, the game between Team Black and Fall Guys, they are aware, and they've been planning the 7th end to be their last. They know they're not going to get to 8. Sheet C, if Tanya Mulvey hurries, she'll get another one in. It's not in her interest to do that because if this ends right now.
Yeah, right now, if she just sits for a minute, she wins.
Line the 1.
Yep.
if not more.
It's a
And
little unfortunate.
It's not like
but
it would be it wouldn't be a gamesmanship thing. The other team was plenty slow on their shots too. So
yeah, the Indies team taking quite a while with a lot of their shots. So they should have no complaint about this.
meanwhile, in our feature game, we're actually in the 8th end.
Yeah.
Which shockingly, Team Fallon has allowed Team CREKJ Curling Dynamo to hang around a little bit more than I would have expected. They put a lot more stones in play. I mean, they're still in a powerful situation up 3 without, but it's still weird.
Sheet D is in the 8th, but we're not going to give any more score updates on that.
Yeah. They're throwing their last couple of stones, and that's what they're doing.
All right, the last shot on the way on sheet C, and it is indeed the last shot because the clock just hit 7:50.
And it's essentially a throwaway, it looks like, or maybe a throw on the
It looks like
outside.
they're just throwing.
I think it's
through.
throwaway.
Well, it's maybe hoping it hangs in the 8, but it's not gonna. No, that's red 1 or something, but that's enough. That's enough with the time. That's game.
Yep.
Somebody needs to tell boat skips. Yep.
Yeah, Bo just confirmed for them that this is their last end and they will not be able to play anymore.
And
Right.
the other
So-
skip looks like he was not fully up on that. Oh well.
Confirmed,
Well,
one red is for the final end for Dem Beets, taking a 5-4
can't
win
fight with the clock.
over Indies.
That was a really
Joe,
tight game.
yes, that is Loudon Rods from Loudon, the Ion International Training Center, I believe is the name of their.
Something like that.
Now, Dan Eisen does come out here and play a fair amount at Potomac. The rest of the team I met today. You have to admire arena curlers because that is a special type of dedication.
And not all arena curlers are without good resources and everything. I mean, I was just out of the Arena Curler Championships, and there were some good teams out there. We're here on our feature sheet. Team Fallon's lying a couple, and the CREKJ Curling Dynamo is kind of starting to run out of material. We're on the first vice stones. So, and yellow is lying 2 at the moment. Basically, they've only got to get rid of 2 more red stones as the game's over.
A lot of sweeping going on.
I'm wondering what happened this 7th over on A. The game is over.
Team Fallon has the guard in place there. Trying to protect those 2 county rocks they have in the house.
The hammer is coming down on D. The score is not really relevant over there. Loudon Rocks throwing their hammer, and then they will shake. So the Squirtle squad takes that game convincingly for their win. And all that's left is the last few stones here on our feature sheet, Game B. Jimmy Team Fallon against the CREKJ Curling Dynamo. Gilad Kempernich throwing his second and final stone of this year, the final end.
I'll give the Sheet A update after this rock.
Is it that long of a story? So this is just a nice top center draw, makes sense. So, Bo, what happened to Sheet A?
All right. Bruce Black was line 2 for Team Black. Mark Steffenhofer came up short, so that left Bruce sitting 2. Bruce did not have to throw his last stone. Final score officially is 6-4 for Team Black.
Congratulations to Team Black.
Congratulations, guys.
That leaves us with 1 game.
Yep. And right now, the CREKJ Curling Dynamo has 3 stones to attempt to create 3 points. In golf terms, it's dormy.
Does that mean I need to get out my handy-dandy measuring device for skip rots?
No.
Probably not.
Probably not. It's not your handy dandy. The club has one.
Right. Actually, Bill Engman handed it to me. I'm not sure.
Oh, did he give you the
derivation.
fancy laser thingy?
Yes.
Woohoo! So he's attempting a raise, and it went through, and
It's a Justin Tucker.
Certainly not the Buffalo Bills, because they've been wide right.
Oh, bad memories for some people.
Yeah, I know. I'm a Patriots fan.
Ah.
I was born there. Give me a break. All right, so that pretty much puts this game over. It's not technically over because according to the rules, as long as you got 3 stones to make 3, and they got 4 in play and 2 to throw, but it's not likely.
So if they were to tick in 2 of their rots with 1.
Don't even have to really do that. Really, if they could just get rid of the 2 yellows that are in the 4-foot and stick, they've got 3. But that's tricky. Actually, it's not. If Melvin didn't have any stones, they could do it. But Melvin gets to throw stones, that makes it harder.
Also, if you could just go out and move them. So is Melvin just plugging up this port with a guard?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Not perfectly, I might add.
Yeah.
There's a gap there. So it's theoretically this is how you tie the game. So if on Chris's first, he shoots the gap, takes out the yellow, sits there, great. Then Melvin messes up his last stone, and then with his final, he raises the red that's over here just outside the 12-foot onto the other yellow, sits 3, tie game, boom. That's all he has to do.
All right. So you're saying there's a chance?
I'm saying there's a chance. I'm saying it's actually not even a low
Never tell me the odds.
Yeah, it's a little less likely than surviving in an asteroid field. But
Gabriel Kempenich says, I'm pretty sure this double jams. That's from our chat.
So I don't know that I would have done this as a low weight hit like this, but okay. There's step 1. Not step 1. Yes, it is. Okay, there's step 1.
Okay.
The game is still alive.
Step 1, single rod takeout. Step 2, question mark. Step 3, profit.
Profit. So really all Melvin has to do is put this anywhere that it scores.
Yeah.
That closes it out. Or if he was thinking he'd put a guard on top of the raised stone, that would also work. Yep, that's the call right there. Put that guard there, because that's all there is. Because I don't see any other way for red stone to take out that yellow stone in the 4-foot other than that raise. So Melvin's call is to guard out that raise. We'll see how good that is, and then we'll be able to assess what the odds are. And I know, don't tell you the odds. I don't think this guards.
No, it looks like it's headed toward the.
Yeah, it does.
Is
Never mind.
Is he trying to guard the
Yeah,
race?
he's guarding the race.
Oh, it went past.
All right, so now you're not going to get to where you get. So now it's a raise, promote, takeout, I believe is the official. That's not what they're doing. Oh, he's got another option. Interesting. Does that work?
The
You got a better
long
angle than me on that
angle
stone.
raise.
I can't really see it. Is there a clear path there for that angle raise?
Yeah, they're
Is that
gonna
there?
have to
It's a
hit
clear
it
path.
really-
Okay. So yeah, that's easier than the other thing. So yeah, you do that. If he manages to angle raise that on the red,
Okay.
stick around. It's a 3 and it's a
Everyone in
tie.
the warm room watch this shot. All 10 of you at YouTube watch this shot.
This would be quite a thing. Now, in due honesty, at this level of curling, this is like rolling a snake eyes on a 2 dice thing. It can happen, but yeah. All right, stone's on its way. It's definitely got the weight. Sweepers are not touching it. I think it's because it's way too far outside. Yeah, it's a flash.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna
Clean
flash
miss
it
even.
through.
All right.
Yellow steel 1, final score is 7-3.
Yep.
And that's going to wrap up our coverage. So see y'all in about 29 minutes for the next draw. Thank you
Thank
very
you all.
much. Have a lovely night.